Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. Before we get started here, guys, be sure to drop that like on this video if you are still enjoying the scenario series. Let me know that you guys are enjoying it, of course. This episode, guys, we are looking at back in 2008 NBA draft. Number one pick, Chicago Bulls took Derrick Rose, followed by Beasley went number 2, Miami Heat. Still been a pretty good player lately, but didn't quite live up to that number 2 hype. And then number 3 was OJ Mayo. And then number 4, the Thunder took Russell Westbrook, who at the time, I know he played for UCLA, but I remember seeing him get drafted. I was still a little bit young at that time, and I remember my favorite NFL running back was Brian Westbrook. And I thought it was cool. This guy had the same last name, so I was like, all right, this guy's pretty cool. I'm roll with that. It turns out now that he's a very good player and definitely a top point guard in this league. And him and Kevin Durant have something special going on in the Thunder, although we'll see if he sticks around there long term. You know, that remains to be seen. But this episode, guys, we are seeing what would happen if Russell Westbrook went number 1 to the Chicago Bulls back in that draft. I'm looking at this team here, man. Like, this Jimmy Buckets and Westbrook duo looking pretty good. You know, a guy like Russell Westbrook can get to the basket with the best of them. He is actually probably, definitely one of the best. And having a guy like Doug McBuckets out there to shoot them threes, like his game would definitely improve a lot from Russell Westbrook, who gets a ton of assists. Of course, you got Taj Gibson, who's been a very good power forward there. I don't think he's a starter, but I just rolled with the best starting lineup possible here. And then Pau Gasol, we'll see if he's going to stick around with the Bulls long term. But we're going to see how this team does with Russell Westbrook as their starting point guard. So as always, guys, we're going to simulate the season, see how this team does. Of course, I think they'll make playoffs. But, the Chicago Bulls definitely had a disappointing season, not making the playoffs. And I look at their roster, I really am having trouble understanding why. I don't know if it was just chemistry. I know a lot of people said that Fred Hoiberg, his offensive defensive scheme didn't really suit this team and their style of play. So maybe that's issues going forward. But I really do expect this team to bounce back and be a good, be a playoff team next season, no doubt, if they get the right moves out there. I don't expect Pau Gasol to be back. But I expect guys like Joakim Noah to have a really good season, really bounce back and be a good player. He was kind of off this season. And, of course, Jimmy Buckets stays around, which I think he will. I think he'll have a good, he'll have an all-star season, of course. And Derrick Rose really, I think the issue was that he was actually trying to be that MVP player that he once was. And he needs to kind of be more of a guy that, not necessarily a role player, but, maybe a step above that. But just know that you kind of have to limit yourself and get other players involved up there for this team really be successful. But Russell Westbrook, what more can you say about this guy? Like, he's definitely, at the time, I will say Derrick Rose was the first choice, man. He actually won an MVP. Derrick Rose was the right choice for this team. But now, in hindsight, you look at Russell Westbrook and what he's doing and Derrick Rose's injuries, and it looks like Westbrook's probably going to have the overall better career due to health. If Derrick Rose was injury-free, then I would take away that statement. But looking at this team with Russell Westbrook doing very good, actually second in the conference. So, if you go from a team that doesn't even make the playoffs and you get a superstar like that in your team, shows you the difference one player can make, especially a great point guard. I think a point guard is so important in the NBA these days. You really look at what Steph Curry does for his team. You look at what Steve Nash did back in the day for the Phoenix Suns. It seems like a lot of times, LeBron James won the MVP. A lot of it is not just because of what he does offensively, but also getting his teammates involved with the assists. So that's really a big part of it too. And you look at the term most valuable player, and that's really a player that doesn't just excel within themselves, but also makes their teammates better too. So a good point guard is vital for any team. You look at the championships, guys, of past teams. You got with the Celtics back when they had Rondo was running point guard there too. He's played very well. Of course, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors won the championship last season. And, the San Antonio Spurs, who have been a dynasty for the past, it's been at least a decade. Tony Parker was always playing great, too. He actually won a Finals MVP. My Detroit Pistons back in 2004. Chauncey Billups Finals MVP. So, really, any great team, you always see a great leader and a great point guard on that team. Looking at the season awards, Kevin Durant, without Russell Westbrook, actually won MVP. Almost a triple-double for him. It's always pretty much the same thing with that. Sixth man of the year actually went to Joakim Noah. He's a great passing big man. I'd expect a big bounce-back season from him this next season. But let's see here. Russell Westbrook actually made the All-NBA first team. I did put Derrick Rose on the Thunder, so I kind of want to see how he did out there himself. All-defensive first team. Dude, that's insane. The backcourt, man. Both of them made the All-NBA first team. That's really crazy. let's go ahead though. Did the okay, Thunder did make the playoffs, 2nd seed, and we were 2nd seed ourselves. So let's go ahead and check out these player stats. And let's see, Westbrook, about 26 points a game, 10 rebounds. Oh my God, 0.1 more assists. Dude was averaging a triple double. He had 0.1 more assists, plus averaging about 3 steals a game. Jimmy Buckets definitely had a really good season too. Like, this really just a dynamic backcourt. I can only imagine this team with Westbrook on it, and then really just everybody else kind of being role players out there, which is fine. When you have 2 all-stars like this, superstar Jimmy Buckets. Would you guys call Jimmy Buckets a superstar? I'd say he's a borderline superstar. He's not quite there yet, but I definitely think he will be there. Although some will say he was the best shooting guard in the league this season. So, you know, that's for you guys to debate. And then, like we were saying, just everybody else kind of filling the role. Pau Gasol, still a serviceable big man, but he's getting kind of up there in age, so don't expect a lot more out from him. Let's check out the Thunder here real quick, too. Thunder with Derrick Rose. 2nd leading scorer a game, 17.2 and 8.2 assists, so still great numbers for him. But like I said, not putting up the same numbers he did when he won that MVP because of injuries, of course, but still good to see him playing good basketball out there again. So let's go ahead, simulate playoffs. I hope we end up with a Thunder Bulls final matchup here. I don't know if it will happen. We'll see. So simulate current round. All right. Thunder and Bulls both move on. We'll probably lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Simulate current round. Oh my God, we're gonna lose to the team behind the Heat. Like, I understand. Oh, we lost in Game 7 too. Oh my God, I did not see that coming, man. Who they got? Always try to make a good episode. Ryan 2K, oh God, screw me over. Okay, I mean, yeah, Miami's a very good team, but this team with Russell Westbrook is looking pretty damn good. Very surprising. I mean, I was expecting to at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I bet you the Thunder win it all. Simulate playoffs. Yeah, OKC Thunder. Watch Derrick Rose win MVP. Now it's going to be Kevin Durant. Obviously going to be Kevin Durant. Before we do that, though, let's look at the playoff stats here. Oh, my life, man. I did not expect that. Russell Westbrook, man, he averaged a triple-double in the playoffs. Jimmy Bucket's scoring went down a little bit. Pau Gasol's went up a little bit. But, man, Russell Westbrook on this team looking very impressive, man. I would actually love to see him go to a team like that, just where he could be the guy. It'd be very interesting to see, just because of the numbers he put up when Kevin Durant was injured, actually. So, yeah. Okay, looking at the Thunder here. Yeah, D-Rose about 20 points a game. Kevin Durant, yeah, he obviously won Finals MVP, almost a triple-double for himself. But hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your scenario suggestions in the comment section below. And peace out, my friends.